This life acts as law upon your thought. Perhaps this seems too good to be true. Remember, however, that the first steam-driven ship to cross the ocean carried in her cabin a book carefully explaining just why it was that a boat could not be driven by steam. A new energy is now being announced to the world, the creative power of thought, which draws its energy from a universal source. Your consciousness, which means the sum total of your thoughts, is the medium between the invisible cause and your personal life. Though you were in hell and you dwelt on heavenly things, you would immediately find yourself in heaven. And though you were in heaven and dwelt on evil, you would immediately find yourself in hell. Evil is the result of a wrong use of the law of life. Therefore, your greatest desire should be to use this law rightly. You always use it rightly when you use it constructively. You use it constructively when there is nothing in you that would hurt anyone. You use it constructively when you use it with love. And so, as I turn my attention inward and broaden my attention to the infinite presence of spirit, of love, of the divine energy, of the life force that is this great law, I know that there is only one thing happening, that there is no duality, but there is only wholeness, that there is only a life force that wants to be lived and breathed through me as me. It is every fiber of my cell. It is every fiber of every being cell. Every expression of life is the expression of spirit or God in form. And I know I'm never separate from this source. It's impossible to be separate from the thing itself, from what I am. And it's impossible for every other being to be separate from it. I know we are all unique, individualized expressions, and that we each get to choose how we use this law. And so I just know that every being in this room, in this on this planet, in our community, everywhere, is divinely guided. I know that we are united, that there is no separation, that separation is only an idea, a wrong thought, and that the right thought and the truth is that there is only one. And I know that this day is a blessing. I know that this service is a blessing, and I know that the words that are spoken trigger me to think differently, and each and every person here that hears it finds that nugget of truth that Spirit is wishing to share through Susan, through her words, through the music, through the songs, through the words that are being sung, through the looks and the love and the hugs that are being shared with each other in fellowship, and the laughter and the joy. And I know that we take all this energy and we come here to sip from the wellspring of our divine cup of awakening ways so we can take it back out into the world and spread the joy and the light. And I'm so grateful for this opportunity to be able to do that. I'm grateful for this community. I'm grateful for Spirit manifesting through me as me right now. And so all I need to do now is release and let go, knowing that these words are already in action. And together we claim our good by saying, and so it is.
It's our secret hand signals. Ready? We still need a little guitar, Brian, in the monitor. Let's give Brian a big round of applause. He's dealing with a lot of stuff today. I sing, I want to tell you this song is about friendship. It's got some very touching words in it. And I want you to hold them dear to your heart because it's about the friends that we all have here. Well, if you're ever in a jam, here I am.
Thanks, man. And if you're ever in a mess, I'll send an SOS.
And if you're ever so happy that you're in jail, I'm your bail.
Okay, it's friendship, friendship, just a perfect friendship. When other friendships are soon forgot, ours will still be hot.
If you're ever down a well, ring my bell.
That's swell. And if you're ever up a tree, just phone to me.
And if you ever lose your teeth when you're out to dine, borrow mine.
I will. Friendship, friendship, just a perfect friendship. When other friendships are soon forget, ours will still be great. Forget?
Well, if they ever black your eyes, put me wise.
That's nice. And if they ever cook your goose, just turn me loose.
And if they ever put your bullet through your brain, I'll complain. Just friendship.
Friendship, just a perfect friendship. When other friendships are soon forget, ours will still be it.
Oh. Please clap your hands. We need help. Well, if you ever lose your mind, I'll be kind.
I know. And if you ever lose your shirt, well, I'll be hurt and I'll give you mine.
If you're ever in a mill and get sawed in half, I won't laugh.
It's friendship, friendship, just a perfect friendship. When other friendships are up the creek, ours will still be slick. Ours will still be it. Ours will still be great. Ours will still be hot. Ours will still be happening.
All right. Nice, you guys. Well, now it is my great pleasure to introduce our speaker this morning. And as you know, she is a practitioner. She is a ministerial student, and she pretty much runs the nuts and bolts of this community. But this morning, we have the pleasure of hearing her articulate this morning's message as only she can. Our own, Susan Jones.
Good morning. You know, every time that I've come here to speak, I always say thank you for your love because I feel it before I ever even step up here. So thank you for your love. So now, when I first read the talk title for this Sunday, Reverend Elizabeth thinks about the whole month ahead of time. So the talk title was already created, and it's From Triggers to Shimmers. And I thought, what the heck am I going to say about that? Because I want to talk about mysticism. That's what I want to talk about. But then I see what Spirit was doing all along. Spirit knew that I needed to address the elephant or the donkey in the room. Something happened last Tuesday that brought joy and elation to half of our country and sorrow and despair to the other half. And this is true in our spiritual community as well, because we don't all vote the same way here. So to those who are joyful and relieved, take it in. Allow yourself to feel relief and peace. Specifically, I want to talk to those who are feeling fear, anger, hopelessness, or despair. Your feelings are real, and they are here to tell you something. Now, I'm taking part in the Prosperity Plus 2 class. And last week, not this past week, but the week before, we did a guided meditation to discover the barriers that we might have to living a life that we would love. Mary Morrissey gave us 4 common possible barriers. Number 1, fear that you are fundamentally flawed. If I achieve a success, others will find out that I'm really just a fraud because I'm really not that talented. Number 2, fear of disloyalty or abandonment. If I achieve success, I will be disloyal to my roots, and the people that I care about will abandon me. Number 3, the fear of burden of success. If I achieve success, I will be criticized and scrutinized, and I don't know if I can handle that. And the 4th one is fear of outshining. If I achieve success, it will cause someone I care about to feel or look badly. Well, in the meditation, we were asked to imagine the barrier to our fulfilled life. And for me, lo and behold, my husband Larry showed up. And I was in shock. We were guided to ask the barrier, what message do you have for me? How are you trying to serve me? And what I heard was that I was expecting him to support my dream, but I wasn't even interested in his. So here's what happened. Class was on a Thursday. On Friday, we were sitting on the couch in the morning, and I do Wordle every morning. Anybody do Wordle? Yeah. So I was doing my Wordle, I was getting ready to do Wordle, and I turned to Larry and I said, what should I use as my first word? And he looked very confused because he doesn't do Wordle. So I said, well, let me give you a bunch of my choices. So I use arise, arose, steam, dream, steer, stake, stein. I started rattling off all my first words. They have a lot of vowels in them. That's why we use them, right? He said, dream. Now, this, you guys don't know Larry, but let me just say steak would probably be the choice, right? But he said dream. And I knew in that moment that that was a God wink. That was God saying, your husband, this quote barrier, just said the word dream. And so what happened next was we went out last Sunday and we had sushi. And we went into this restaurant that had a booth along one wall with chairs opposite. So you could either sit in the booth part or in a chair. And I sat down first on the booth, and he sat next to me. And that's a little different. And we were, like, our shoulders were touching, right? That's not usual for us. Usually we sit across from each other, right? So I kept feeling this is nudging, this is God nudging, right? So I said to him, as chill as I could, you know, what is it, is there something that you would love to be happening in your life right now that's not happening? And again, he looked at me sort of like with that Wordle look, like, what? Like, huh? You know, he said, my life is good. I'm fine. I'm good. I said, I know that, but like, what would you love? Like, is there something you would love, right? And he thought about it for a little bit, and he said, well, you know, I really do love RVing. I really love when we're traveling. And I said, yeah, me too. I love that too. And so we talked about that a little bit. And then I shared with him what I would love is to be able to be a full-time practitioner, minister, spiritual person. Like, yay! Like, not do admin stuff, not be typing on my computer, right? And so and that was the thing I was afraid to tell him, because I thought it might not land well with him. He totally heard what I was saying. In fact, he said something really funny. He said, I know, we'll get a trailer, we'll paint it up, we'll say spiritual practitioner here with a big arrow, and we'll drive it around the United States, and we'll park, and you can do practitioner work, and we'll travel the country. And I was just like, I laughed so hard because I just thought, here I was, you know, I was feeling so like there was such this barrier. And there really wasn't any barrier, right? Last week, Reverend Elizabeth shared 4 things that Pam Grout in our book, Thank and Grow Rich, there's 4 things she promised us. Number 4 is a clear sign that something that you have clung to as an absolute fact is not true. Hello? That fact was that I was believing, going back to the Prosperity Plus class, I was believing a combination of fear of disloyalty or abandonment and a fear of outshining. I got that. I believed that I couldn't tell Larry about my dreams for a life that I would love because it wouldn't go over well. But by taking action and asking him about his dreams, we realized that this belief wasn't true. I realized it wasn't true, and that it had been robbing me of this level of intimacy that I hadn't experienced with Larry in a long time. And my beliefs weren't true. Now, how funny for a licensed practitioner to discover a belief that was limiting my joy. Every one of us who is a student of the science of mind is a practitioner. And what do practitioners do? They listen to their clients talk about the conditions that they do not want to be experiencing, and they listen for clues. Clues as to what beliefs might be at the root of the problem. Sometimes the condition is a feeling of fear, dread, or sadness. Sometimes it's a fear of something that might happen. So a long time ago, when I was first getting to understand this teaching, I had a mammogram, and at the end of the mammogram, they said, well, there's something we want to take a look at. We want to do an ultrasound, and we need to schedule that. So in between, I went to church, and the minister there said to me, how are you doing? And I said, well, I'm okay, but, I have to go get this ultrasound, and I'm kind of worried. Without a breath, she looked at me, and she said, that's not you. That's not how you think. That's how your mom thinks. And I just went, boing. I just went, light bulb moment. I went, you're right. That's not how I think. That's how my mom thinks. Dread. The other shoe gonna fall, right? As soon as she said those words to me, the fear went away and stayed away. It stayed gone. So as scientific practitioners, we start with a condition and we work backwards to the originating thought that caused the belief. When I was little, a German Shepherd dog bit me. In that moment, I created a belief that big dogs will bite me. Now, when I see the origin of that belief, I see that it's not really true. All big dogs don't bite. In fact, the little ones can be the little biters, right? So I busted that belief by realizing where it came from. Once we uncover a belief that's not real, we ask, regarding the unwanted condition we are experiencing, what am I to learn from this? What needs to be healed? Do you see where I'm going? Mm-hmm. When bad things happen in communities, the hurricane comes, the flood, the fire, people take stock, right? In fact, think about it. Like anybody here who's ever fallen, first thing you do is go, do the fingers move, do the toes move? Like, we take stock. We go, am I okay here? What's happening, right? I saw a beautiful little clip yesterday on the news, and it was a woman who was being interviewed after her house had burned down in Southern California just recently. And this reporter said, are all your memories gone? And this lady just went, no, they're here and they're here. Like that. That's taking stock, right? So whenever I find myself in a state of worry about what's going to happen, I ask myself 2 questions. Number 1, what is the truth here? And when I say truth, I mean capital T truth. What is the truth here? And number 2, what is happening to me right now? And so I want to try this right now. So if you guys are game, take a moment and close your eyes. Let's take a couple of deep breaths. Let's do three of them. 3. 1, breathing in. Out. 2. And 1 more. So bring your attention to that place within you in the center of your being, that secret place of the Most High, where we know that our divine consciousness lives. Go to that place and ask the question, what is the truth here? Now just take a moment and ask yourself and feel, what is happening right now? I can verbalize some of that. We are seated in a beautiful building overlooking a beautiful lake that is populated with magnificent white pelicans, surrounded by beautiful trees. We are seated in a room with people who love us and who would do anything for us, and whom we love and would do anything for. We are seated in a place that is one of the most beautiful places there is on planet Earth. We are 15 minutes from the majestic Pacific Ocean. We are 15 minutes away from forest. In this moment, we are safe, we are loved, we are poised, we are protected. Okay, you can open your eyes. So, you know what the truth is. Jimmy put it in a song, God is all there is, everything is God. What does that mean? Well, it means that it can't mean that this is true only when things go the way that I think they should. Only if rainbows and butterflies accompany me on a path of golden bricks. It means that God is in everything and everyone. In the election, in the voters, all of it, all of them. So that's the answer to question number 1, what is true here? The second question, what am I to learn and what is to be healed? What do you think? I hate to tell you, but it's us. It's all of us, all of us. As Ernest Holmes says, everything begins and ends in mind. The United States of America appears to be more divided than ever. People despise each other for what they believe. And yet, what do people do when the bleep hits the fan? When the tornado comes, or the hurricane blows, or the earthquake happens, or the fire happens? What do? They pull each other up. They dig each other out. And why is that? It's because of this important truth. God is all there is. Everything is God. When our fellow citizens are in trouble, the namaste power is ignited. The God in me honors and sees the God in you. As one of my dear friends says, we are operating in our godness. And this is true for everyone, but there's plenty of people out there who don't know it. We do, that's the thing. We know the truth. We are scientific, spiritual practitioners. We are called to love our neighbors as ourselves consciously. Why? Because we know the truth. Ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. And Ernest Holmes says, Jesus implies that there is a truth which, known, automatically will demonstrate itself in our experience. It is neither in our stars nor in the environment that we should look to discover this pattern of truth. The truth that Jesus proclaimed would set us free lies only in the conscious union of the heart's desire with the source of its being. Now, maybe you're not ready just yet, and that's okay. That's okay. I've watched the progress of Facebook posts from some of my friends that started out by just ripping America a new one to expressions of oneness and love and healing and wholeness. That's from triggers to shimmers, right? That's where the talk title comes in. So, take time to process whatever you're feeling about this election, right? Take a breath, shake it off, and go out there as a living example of the Christ. Love everybody, period. No exceptions. You can do this. You're practitioners, and you know a thing or two. Now, in closing, I want to share about a friend of mine, Ken. He's a fundamental Christian, and he believes the Bible is literally the Word of God. And I used to be really bothered that Ken was always pushing his beliefs on me. Until one day I realized the motive behind his actions. He loves me, and he wants me to go to heaven. And when I realized that, all judgment, all irritation, all of that went away. And I just purely saw how much he loves me. And so Ken gets a Bible verse every day on his phone app, and he sends it to me. And on Wednesday, this was the verse. This is from Philippians 4, verses 8 and 9. Finally, my brethren, whatever is true, whatever is honest, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is of good report, if there is any virtue, and if there is any praise, think about these things. Those things which you have learned and received and heard and seen in me, do. And the God of peace shall be with you. Can you dig that? Yeah, I can. So I'd like to invite the choir and the band up, and I have a call to action for us. I think this time is going to be more of a journaling thing, possibly. So, call to action number 1, process your feelings. Get with a friend if you need to, write it out, do whatever you need to do. You got to get it out. You can't hold it in. You've got to process your feelings. And then, number 2, ask yourself what is true, with a capital T. What is true? Ask yourself, what is happening to me right now? And then enjoy the flood of gratitude that comes from realizing just how good it is for you. And finally, love your fellow citizens with all your heart. Remember that they are the ones that will lift you out of the rubble, out of the raging stream. They will offer you comfort and solace when you are in need. And so before I give a closing prayer, I wanted to read one more reading from, this came from 365 Science of Mind. It was yesterday, and the title is Love. So if you feel like you want to close your eyes, now I'm going to go right into prayer after this reading. There is no fear in love, and there is no liberation from fear without love. Fear is always based on the supposition that we are unprotected, rejected, friendless. If the fearful mind would entertain love and the harmony and peace that go with it, it must turn from everything that denies this love and, trusting in divine guidance, open its being to the influx of love. Not just love of God, but love of everything. For love is all-inclusive. And so I know that infinite intelligence, that creator, that power, that presence, that has birthed everything into form and is in everything we experience, I know that power and that presence and that love is for me. It is for my highest good. And just as that is true for me, it is true for everyone. The energy and the love and the wisdom of the divine is for us, all of us. And I know that every person here who has heard my words, whether it's online or in this room, I know that we know a thing or two. We know the truth. And we know that we are loved and guided and protected by a source that knows only good. And so I know that as we leave this place and we go out into our world, we are gentle with ourselves. We are loving and caring to our friends and our family and our loved ones. We check in on each other. We show our love and our support to each other. And we expand that energy and vibration of love out into our state, into our country, into our world. That vibration, that power of love changes everything. It's undeniable. And so as we are each ready and prepared, when we are ready, we shine that light of love out into that world, and we shine it on every part of this country, knowing that it's all God, and God is in this. And so I give thanks for the peace in our hearts. I'm very grateful and thankful for the love that is expressed through us, through our words, through our vibration, through our actions. And I know that as I have spoken these words into the law, that creative soil, that these words are manifest, and this demonstration is done. And so with a heart filled with gratitude, I release this prayer, and together we say, and so it is.
I'm gonna hold the high watch. I'm gonna dream a better day. I'm gonna hold the high watch. See a peaceful revolution. I'm gonna hold the high watch. Meditate and pray. you could say I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission. A mission of peace. I heard the newsman say life is getting hard. We dare not trust our brother. We can't let down our guard. I heard the newsman say something's going down. Not enough prosperity to go around. Well, if that is true, there's only one thing left for me to do. I'm gonna hold the high watch. I'm gonna dream a better day. I'm gonna hold the high watch. See a peaceful revolution. I'm gonna hold the high watch. Meditate and pray. I'm on a mission. Well, you can say I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission. A mission of peace. In my mind, it's the only thing I see. In my mind is how I'm meant to be. In my mind, I know what I'm gonna do. Dreaming true. I'm gonna hold a high watch. I'm gonna dream a better day. I'm gonna hold the high watch. See a peaceful revolution. I'm gonna hold the high watch. Meditate and pray. I'm on a mission. Well, you can say I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission. Yes, I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission. A mission of
Awesome, you guys. How about some more love for Susan? Was that amazing? Yeah. Yeah. So now if the ushers would come forward, please. And if you would take, if you have cash, you can put it in the envelope that came in your program and put your name on it so we can send you a paper at the end of the year showing your tax-deductible donations. And if you would take that, your gift, and hold it over your heart and repeat after me. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It is evidence of my faith and my belief. It does great work in the world. And comes back to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is.
God is my source. God is my power.
give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need.
Oh, yes, God gives me everything I need. And I just know that all the love and the donation in this basket does such good work in the world, and I'm so grateful for it. It's amazing. It allows us to be here and to be with each other and celebrate, and that in turn feeds our souls and feeds our community, and what a great gift. So I'm just so grateful for all of it and grateful for all the words that were spoken today and that we get to take it out into the world. There's nothing left to do now except let go and let Spirit work through us. And together we say, and so it is.
And now we have Joy for announcements.
Grand Rising Awakening Ways, it is my pleasure to be your announcements angel today for November 10th, 2024. So last Sunday, we told you about Reverend Elizabeth's birthday fundraiser to benefit Awakening Ways. Every year she creates a Facebook page or Facebook fundraiser, which goes out to all of her followers and to all of ours when we share it. So far, she has raised $800 with a goal of $1,500. There's no amount too small, and of course, no obligation. Thank you for your consideration. To send your birthday gift, use the QR code in your program and say, "Happy birthday." Next Sunday is a special day. It's our annual holiday potluck, Love's Table. Sign up at the back table to bring your favorite dish to share as we enjoy time to break bread with one another. It is also our second annual Makers Fair, which features the loving goods made by people in our community donated as a fundraiser. It's a perfect time to pick up a gift for yourself or others. If you'd like to donate something you have made or a service you provide, see Betty Scanlon, who's not here today, but or Susan. Okay, you can see her for more information. Did you see the e-news announcement about the Spiritual Sprouts Children's Program? We're so excited. Yeah, Sonia is going to be returning on December 1st, and on December 22nd, our own Nancy Van Tassel will provide a wonderful musical experience for the kids. We're so excited about that. There's a flyer in your program, and we ask that you share it with someone you know who has kids or grandkids. Also, see Susan if you'd love to help Sonia and Nancy and take another week of the month. That would be wonderful. Awakening Ways CSL provided a meal for the folks at Echo last month, and it was a huge success. Last Sunday, we proposed providing another Echo meal in December. If you're interested in participating, we need to know as soon as possible. See Carol Ann or Susan. Yeah, Carol Ann's here. She's the back. So have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Joy. And now it's time to huddle up for our benediction. Let's make a big circle over here.
DeLon, did you say huddle up or cuddle up?
Cuddle up.
Cuddle up. That's what I thought.
Whatever you need, we'll do it. All right, let's connect the circle. All right. Nice. Look at what we can do. Won't you know with me that you are never alone, that God is right where you are now and always. And all that we ever need do is turn within. It is here we will find that we are guided, sustained, directed, and inspired by a source that knows only good. Joyously let us make use of these gifts in all that we think, all that we say, and all that we do. Please repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening as me right now. It is this thing called life. Life is in my mind. Life is in my body. Life is in my pocketbook. Life is in my relationships. I think it. I feel it. I believe it. And I express it. I accept it. Just the way that it is. And just the way that it is not. Thank you, life.
May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. And may I be happy. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. And may you be happy. May we be filled with love and kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. And may we be happy. I'm gonna hold the high watch. I'm gonna dream about a day. I'm gonna hold the high watch. See a peaceful revolution. I'm gonna hold the high watch. Meditate and pray. I'm on a mission. Well, you can say